Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically Monroe, Louisiana, and I am here in front of the Duck Commander warehouse, the filming location, the famed reality show Duck Dynasty. And I have quite a bit of fondness for Duck Dynasty. I remember the heyday. This was kind of the era where there was a lot of reality shows about southern people. There was of course, the Swamp People was big back then, Honey Boo Boo, and of course Duck Dynasty. I actually would sit down with my whole family and watch it. Me, Christy, Anna. I don't think James watched it, but we would all sit together and watch it every week together, and the show was a lot of fun. It was, silly, family friendly, but they good personalities, good characters. You had Willie, who was the leader of the clan, his crusty father Phil. There was Jace, the lazy, smart aleck brother, and of course Uncle Si, everyone's favorite Uncle Si, the super weird, super hilarious uncle. So I was just rolling through town here looking for tourist attractions. I knew this was here. I wanted to check it out. But I was very fortunate today because literally today, March 1st, 2019, is the opening of their new exhibit. They've created a self-guided warehouse tour. And today literally is they're opening up, and I spoke with the gentleman in there, and apparently they're actually letting people go through for free today, as long as they fill out a survey letting them know what they think of it. So this is pretty exciting to be at the premiere of an attraction. There's not a lot of people here, but this will be cool, so follow me. Here's some promotional material, this camouflaged living room set in this camouflaged dress used for this publicity photo. Here's a custom-made duck car. Here's some props from the show. It says this was from an episode called Renaissance Men. I don't really remember that specifically. This is from Cannonball Runs. Not really sure. It's been a while. It has been a while. If you remember what episode these were featured in, there's a little bicycle for Willie. Big old gator up there. Here are the Robertsons. That is Phil, the patriarch. Willie, who's, I guess he's the president of the company. His brother Jace. Oh, we used to always give him a hard time. Jep is the other brother. And then of course, Uncle Si, who was the comedic relief of the show. And Al? I think Al may be the brother that didn't appear on the show until very late. And not surprisingly, there's a lot of taxidermy ducks in here. Check out this taxidermy. It is a gator head munching a duck. That's really hilarious. This is a Pokemon gym, and I think there's only one Pokemon that is appropriate to leave at Duck Commander. There you go. Alright, so this first room looks like it's supposed to be Phil's cabin that he grew up in. Some narration on the radio there. We go into this hallway. There's some family pictures, some family history. Of course, Phil was a college football player, so that would be his helmet and jersey. So the room kind of goes over Vietnam War as Uncle Si is a Vietnam veteran. There's his flag that flew over the U.S. Capitol that was presented to him for serving in Vietnam. Because here's a variety of different duck calls from the Duck Commander line. Not sure what this is, but I probably involves duck hunting in some way. I think that's probably a safe assumption. Okay, so this is the original desk that was used by K. Robertson to take orders for the original Duck Commander company. And I guess Duck Commander originally started literally in Phil's shed, so it's a reproduction of his shed, some of his old duck call making tools. Before Duck Dynasty, apparently they made movies under the name The Duckmen of Louisiana. And if you look over here, they have some really crazy movie posters. Look at that. Very dramatic stuff. Oh, look, a fistful of ducks. And there's Willie's snazzy white suit and hat. I guess he liked to call himself Boss Hog. So he fashioned his fashion sense after Boss Hog. So apparently they did branch off into hunting deer at some point, as indicated by the deer heads on the wall. Now this is pretty cool. This is actually Willie's office from Duck Dynasty. I guess this would be just the original office where it sat that they used for the TV show. Pretty cool. Willie, CEO. You can see there's like a duck-shaped guitar back there. Here's another room that was actually used in the reality show. This is where they would actually make the duck calls. Very cool. Okay, there's actually instructions on how to make a duck call. They actually provide the pieces to make the duck call.
Insert the insert into the barrel, slight twist, slight pressure, put it together, and then the moment of truth.
The other end. The other end.
Other end? Yay, it worked. What's going on in here? Are we in Vietnam again? Or I'm not sure what's supposed to be going on. I see a beaver right there. There's an alligator creeping around over there. What's supposed to be happening? Alright, here's a room that kind of celebrates the actual Duck Dynasty reality show. And here is the crown jewel, the Duck Commander Museum, the world's largest working duck call. Yeah, on the show they actually got it working. I remember they put a leaf blower in it and they were able to make a noise and set the world record. Some little bits and pieces from the show. Remember the episode where Willie and Cy were handcuffed together? There's the handcuffs. Oh, there's all the tickets Cy won at the amusement center. And apparently this was a prop they used in their haunted house that they made on their Halloween episode. There's a wood carving Willie that appeared in that episode. It's kind of cool. Here is the original basketball goal that they would have in their warehouse and goof off with. There's a duck from Kay and Phil's wedding. And then it's a lei from when they went to Hawaii. It's a Renaissance crown. There's all the amazing Duck Dynasty merch. It was produced over the years. There's a Willie garden gnome. You know you've made it when they make a garden gnome out of you. Miss Kay's kitchen. I guess she plays episodes of Duck Dynasty. I don't know if this is Phil's actual chair, but it is. It's pretty cozy. And here is their family tree. It's interesting because, you know, the reality show, so everyone on the show had to sign a contract. So there was some family members that, you know, weren't on the show, even though they were a member of the family, like Alan, the brother. I think he was only on a couple episodes. And as you can see, Willie has a daughter that was not on the show, even though she existed. Oh, look at that. I think those are Family Feud name tags. And then Chia Willie. There's the Duck Commander wine, which is funny because actually in the episode I remember them, you know, talking about how terrible it tasted and undrinkable it was because they didn't know what they were doing when they made it. So I wasn't even aware of this, but Sadie Robinson was on Dancing with the Stars, and they have her dance outfits here. Looks like this one, she actually dressed up like Princess Peach from Mario. It's a Jace Robertson painting painted by a fan. It's pretty amazing. I don't know why this duck's hanging its head down. It's sad. Of course, a bunch of current day merch. Look at those Robertson sock monkeys. So you have a penny smasher. You can get Willie's face or the duck logo. It's a big massive fill. Not sure exactly what this is. Looks some sort of like outhouse wood carving of Phil with a duck hull. But yeah, happy, happy, happy. That was one of his catchphrases. Okay, they actually do sell duck hulls. Was worried there for a second. Yeah, and this little kazoo will put you back about 65 bucks. Oh, but here are the heavy duty duck calls. They can run you as much as 150 bucks for these ones up at the top. Crappy magnet. I had a crappy magnet once. It would always slide off the fridge. And check this out. They actually have their own ducks. These are some brave ducks hanging around the most notorious duck killing facility on planet Earth. So that was pretty cool. I think my favorite parts were definitely like seeing the actual locations, the office and the duck call room that were used in the reality show itself. I think it's obvious, I guess, what happened here is this is not being used as a warehouse anymore. When you're walking, you could see kind of the floor looked like a warehouse floor. So what they must have done is cleared out the warehouse and, you know, working to turn it into more of just an attraction. So they're putting exhibits in there. It did seem some exhibits seemed a little sparse. So I do have a feeling that it is a work in progress. But definitely enjoyed seeing that and brought back some good memories of Duck Dynasty. I know things at the end of Duck Dynasty, things got a little sketchy because Phil started becoming more outspoken about his personal beliefs, and you know, like on my channel here, when I talk about my personal religious beliefs, it gets me in trouble. So that kind of, I think it created a kind of a wedge in the show for a lot of people. I think some people didn't feel comfortable watching the show anymore. Some people liked the show more because of the things he said. But it would kind of bum me out because I felt like it was a show that everyone could enjoy, and I felt like some of the comments he made kind of divided the audience. But it's still a good show, and I can still appreciate it for what it is. Appreciate you guys watching. Please check down in the description. I have an interactive map that'll show you all the different places that I've been, and you can tell me where I need to go next. Also, if you would like to help contribute to the channel, consider buying a t-shirt. Consider donating to Patreon. A $3 donation will get you a postcard. But for now, this one's in the bag.